Hey guys, it's Malte coming to you from the Sure Buddies Corona studio with a special episode of the Sure Buddies Show. Today we're gonna hear from the animals themselves and how they are affected by the coronavirus pandemic. Everyone is staying home, the schools are closed, your favorite Italian restaurant only allows takeout anymore, concerts are cancelled, and the kids, they want another snack and it's not even noon yet. We are all doing our part and are heavily affected by the shutdown. But how are the animals? How is the environment and the animals worldwide reacting to this? Well, good news. Today at the show, we are listening to them and hear what their stories are. So happy Earth Day, everyone. What a crazy one it is this year. We're in April 2020 and almost all the news are exclusively around the coronavirus pandemic. Important topics like sustainability and recycling are cut short, and usually what is one of the most important days of the year for us becomes a side note. With everyone really affected by this pandemic, we really want to hear what the animals have to say though, and what is happening in their lives. So we have all the Sure Buddies here, and they can't wait to tell you their stories. So who of you guys go first? Shelly, you're super excited. What's going on? So what is going on, Shelly? Oh wow, really? Oh wow, that's amazing news. So guys, Shelly just told me that due to the lack of people on the beaches, the sea turtle hatching season might be in for a new all-time record. In Juno Beach in Florida, which is 80 miles north of Miami, the Loggerhead Marine Life Center has counted 72 nests on the beach so far. But not only in Florida is this happening, Shelly is saying she's hearing the news from all over the world, like Brazil and Indonesia too. So when the nesting season culminates in late October this year, researchers will be able to measure and show how successful it actually was. Towards the end of April, they will see hatchlings from the leatherback sea turtles in Florida. However, the researchers do worry that when the beaches reopen and everyone is rushing back to the beaches after being stuck indoors for such a long time, that the sea turtles' nests might be in danger. If there's an excessive amount of people on the beaches, that means more people, more interactions with sea turtles. So it all will depend on the behavior of the people after the closures end. So make sure to not disturb the sea turtles when returning back to the beaches. Don't get too close to them. Don't chase them. Don't disturb them, and under any circumstances, don't ever pick them up. If we all give them some space, then we're in for a totally awesome hatching season this fall. Well, this is really uplifting news, Shelly. Well, thank you so much for sharing this. Who else has something? Well, Finn, actually, I have to ask you a question. Okay, Finn, so I heard about the Dolphins in Venice, and I have to ask you, was it you guys? Oh, okay. Oh, that makes way more sense. So he did say it was them, but it was not in Venice. It was a port in another city in Italy. He said he did hear that the canals in Venice are much cleaner than they used to be though. And there are several examples of nature, how it's benefiting from the shutdown and the animals expanding their natural habitats and moving into cities. Like this little mountain lion here, for example. Or pollution levels, which have improved in many places around the world. In China, the air quality drastically improved during the shutdown and an enormous decline in fossil fuels was seen. However, it is very, very important to not see this as a silver lining for the environment. Rather, let's take this opportunity to understand what nature is capable of if we listen to it a little bit more carefully. And always make sure to check the accuracy of your news. The dolphins in the canals of Venice. There was a Twitter post that just went viral. The user just posted a dolphin video among other pictures from Venice. Always double check your sources. And okay, what's next? Okay, wait, what's that, Steven? So you're hungry and cannot find anything to eat. Where are all the people? Oh, Steven, yeah, I know, but aren't you supposed to find like food naturally, like going fishing or something? Well, at Shore Buddies, we love them, right? But often seagulls are considered the source of the beachgoer, mounting mobbing raids on those enjoying a bite to eat on the shore. Now, with the coronavirus lockdown and all but essential travel ban, coastal residents in England actually have been warned by their mayor that seagulls could be more aggressive than usual because of the drop in their preferred food source. In Yorkshire, residents were told that due to a lack of food sources, seagulls be more hungry than normal and may behave more aggressively, and residents are asked not to eat on the seafront area to encourage the birds to fend for themselves away from the town. This actually can do lead to a change in the behavior of seagulls for the long run though. Gulls are creatures of habit and they pass their local knowledge on to their young. So if we can adopt this behavior now and have a generation of young gulls who doesn't rely on human food, then in theory, it could be possible to break this cycle. And in future, people would be able to eat more and enjoy it sitting by the seafront without getting mobbed. This could be the great positive outcome of all of this. Can you imagine that, Steven? Seagulls and humans finally together in harmony? That would be the dream. And but what's next? Emma, you've been surprisingly quiet during all of this. You don't have a story to share? So what is this, Emma? Oh, you're just happy but surprised you can actually hear me clearly? Why is that? What do you mean you're happy that all the noise is stopped? Okay. Oh. So with all non-essential traveling on hold right now, there are much less boats roaming our oceans and waterways. And underwater noise is a huge problem for marine animals and profoundly acoustic creatures that rely on sound for many aspects of their life, such as the whales. The sense of sound to many marine animals is as important as the sense of vision to us. So noise is like an acoustic smog that makes many aspects of their lives, like navigating, finding food, maintaining contact with one another, way more difficult. A New England aquarium scientist found that after the 9/11 terror attacks, where a similar travel ban was in place, stress levels in North Atlantic right whales were down due to a drop in acoustic pollution in the Bay of Fountain. Now, fast forward to April 2020. If you break your isolation for a quick outing to the grocery store, you will probably notice that the streets are, well, quieter. The same occurs underwater. Almost all cruise ships are not sailing. Many cargo routes have been cancelled and many ferries are on adjusted schedules. This means a new form of underwater silence marine life has not experienced in decades. It is definitely too early to tell how long this all will last and what impact it will have on marine animals. But I'm hopeful that we can come out of these troubling and uncertain times with a better understanding about the direct and often immediate impact that our actions have on our oceans and marine life. What's up, Sammy? You look sad. What's going on? Yeah, I understand that, yeah. No, of course I remember this, Sammy. So while Sammy is mostly missing the people that walk by and adore him while he's sunbathing on the beach and rocks, he's also very worried about all the animals that are not in the wild right now. Sammy remembers one day when he got badly injured and needed to get help. That jellyfish, it looked so delicious, but it tasted weird. And Sammy got a really bad bellyache from it. He got weaker and weaker by the day. He lost so much weight, but he never felt hungry. One day he was so weak he could not even get back to the ocean after sunbathing on the beach. He doesn't remember very well what happened, but someone came, they picked him up and brought him to some sort of hospital. The next day he woke up by a small pool and there were people giving him fresh fish and he felt so much better. This went on for a while and Sammy got stronger and stronger. One of those days he learned that it was not a jellyfish the other day. It was a plastic bag. His belly was full with plastic. That is why he did not feel hungry at all. His tummy was already full with plastic, but he was not getting any nutrition. The doctors and nurses that helped Sammy to become himself again, one day they drove him to the beach and he could return to all his friends in the ocean. Today, Sammy is concerned about all those animals that need help right now. Shelly's friend, who swallowed a straw. Finn's cousin, who had his head stuck in a bottle. Or Stephen, who, again, just had too many french fries. There are organizations that are taking care of marine animals in need during the Corona shutdown. Shore Buddies is supporting those organizations. We are working with 4 partners and Shore Buddies is donating 100% from all our profits from our online sales directly to the treatment of these animals. Buy a Shore Buddy and help to save an animal in need. Learn more on our website about the organizations we support and how you can help too.